Yo guys, xVFRoSTeD back here again with another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This is a battle I had against a person goes by female symbol in game. I forget what his Twitch name was. So if you see this, man, let me know in the comment section so I can add it to the title and the description below. Getting straight to the team preview. He's got a Gale Wings Talonflame, a Greninja, and a Sandrush Excadrill. All major threats, but you'll see that later when we get straight to the match. So let's get started. So looking straight at the team preview as I was looking for a lead, I saw that his entire team, or at least a good majority of it, was weak to fighting, so I decided to lead off on my Choice Scarf Breloom, but he actually makes the good play and starts off with his Talonflame, knowing that his weakness is fighting and Breloom is a major threat, so I decided to switch into my Heatran as a Talonflame counter, as he does make the good play and U-turn out to scout out what I was going to do at that time. And I believe he pulls a switch out into his Greninja, which is also a good play on his part. So after I restored my health with the lefties, I decided to pull a switch out into my Mandibuzz because I knew the water attack was coming. I was more thinking of like the Scold, but he ends up going for the Hydro Pump, but luckily for me it ends up missing, which I think mattered a little bit. But as you see, this Ice Beam, if that Hydro Pump hit, he would have actually killed my Mandibuzz here, but I actually live on 35 HP, and I decided to get a foul play off because I don't have Toxic or anything. Otherwise I would throw Toxic on this Greninja, but I don't. So after I restore lefties, obviously I can't switch out because I don't really have a safe switch into this thing, so I'm forced to sack off my Mandibuzz. And after I sack off my Mandibuzz, I decided to pull a switch out into my Choice Scarf Breloom because one, I outspeed and could take on his entire team rather well. So knowing that he was going to switch out and he was an Ice type, I decided to go for the Rock Tomb, as he decides to bring out his Deoxys defense form to see what I was going to go for, and I end up going for the Rock Tomb, and I do lower his speed, and he does turn out to have the red card, which actually turns out to be beneficial for me because I would have wanted to switch out anyway at the next turn. So he pulls me out of my Dragonite, which is actually pretty beneficial, so since now I can set up a Dragon Dance, and since I lowered his speed, I'm able to outspeed it. So even if it is max speed, he turns out to have the knockoff, and he knocks off my Lumberry, but that's okay. So I'm going to be able to get an Outrage off on this Deoxys, and I kill Deoxys. Dragonite is so strong. If that was physically defensive, that was amazing. He decides to pull a switch out to his Kyurem, and I was like wondering why he switched into it because I'm a +1 Dragonite, but then he just reveals to me that he's actually Scarfed because he actually outsped my +1 Dragonite. And he takes down my Dragonite, which is kind of unfortunate. I would wanted to keep it around a little longer because the extreme speed could have been useful. But knowing that it was Choice Scarfed, I decided to pull out a switch onto my Anti-Slash because I knew he was locked into Ice Beam, as he does switch into Greninja, and I decided to go for the Sacred Sword because it was the only thing that I was safe going for, because like I said, his entire team has a really big general weakness to fighting. So I decided to go for the Sacred Sword. And he does go out to his Excadrill, and I don't really have a safe switch into this thing after losing Mandibuzz and Dragonite. I don't have a resistance to that. I do have Breloom, but I don't know how well Breloom can take it, and I don't want him to take too much damage because Breloom is my winning condition at this point, as I'm forced to stay in, hoping to take the Earthquake, but apparently I can't take the Earthquake, so Anti-Slash goes down, which is rather unfortunate. And then it forces me out into my Pinsir, because Pinsir is like the safest switch I had against an Excadrill ever since my Mandibuzz went down, and I decided not to Mega Evolve and go for the Earthquake, risking the fact that the chance that the Excadrill possibly could be Adamant, and if it is Jolly, then I would screw myself. I had to take the risk though, because the Excadrill was a giant threat, and it becomes even more of a giant threat now because the Tyranitar comes in, which may not seem like a big deal, but now he's got the Sand up, which means the Sandrush Excadrill, his ability is now triggered, and because he didn't reveal the Mold Breaker, it further confirms that. I did take down the T-Tar though with the second Earthquake. I didn't want to risk setting up just in case he did go for like the Stone Edge, whatever. I didn't want to lose the Pinsir, as he does bring out the Excadrill, and I do know he's Sandrushed, and I do know that he's going to go for the Rock Tomb. So this is why I feel like it was the safest switch to go out into my Breloom, as he does go for the Rock Slide, which Breloom takes like a boss. And I kind of bluffed here because I know he's faster. Even though I'm Choice Scarf, Excadrill is still faster even because of the Sand Rush, because it doubles his speed. I decided to bluff the fact that I had the Mach Punch, and I actually predicted him to go out into his Talonflame, and I did get the Rock Tomb off on his Talonflame, and it straight up O-code it, which was the general reason why I wanted to keep my Dragonite alive, and one of the biggest threats to my team, because that can Brave Bird absolutely everything, especially until Heatran goes down. I decided to pull a switch right back out of my Pinsir because I didn't want to. I just wanted to reveal the fact that I possibly might be still carrying the Mach Punch, and just to get some more damage off on the quick attack, as he does go for the Rock Slide again, and he does take out my Pinsir, which is kind of unfortunate. But then again, you know, I needed damage on the Excadrill because this thing outspeeds my entire team, and my Breloom doesn't have priority. But I'm bluffing the fact that I do have priority, as I switch it in again to bluff the fact that I do have the Mach Punch, and I decided to pull a double switch out into my Heatran, because what I'm generally doing right now, even though I'm bluffing the fact that I might have the Mach Punch, is to stall out the sand, because I already took down the T-Tar. So if I could stall out the sand, Breloom could come in and clean up. And I wanted to see if he had the Karam had the Earth Power, which it turns out it doesn't. After it's revealed that it used Fusion Bolt on me, I decided to go for the Lava Plume, and I get the burn, which is absolutely amazing, because after that Fusion Bolt damage and now he's burned, Heatran can sit there and pretty much Lava Plume until he dies, and he knows the fact that he's lost at this point because the sandstorm subsided, which was generally the best part right there, because it kind of guaranteed me the victory, and he decided to run after that. Very, very good game, man. It was a really close match, and I could have lost that match if only you realized that my Breloom was scarfed, but you know, no one runs Scarfed Breloom, but it's so good. If you guys enjoyed this match, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys want to battle me, you just leave a comment down in the section below. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and until next time, guys, xVFRoSTED signing out. Later.